Love, we cradle it throughout our lives. We imagine it, dream of it, but when it happens, it upends our existence, like a drug whose effects we wish would never fade. Falling in love is like free falling, without any fear of what might come, a rush of emotions pulling us into a state of well-being. But does love really last? Or does it fade into memories within the routine of daily life? When we're ready to erase ourselves for the other, and slowly we become nothing but a shadow of who we once were. The butterflies in your stomach, that lightness that fills you when you love someone, those feelings where time seems frozen in space. Have you ever been so in love that it felt like everything made sense? Those moments frozen in time, like destiny itself, gazes that speak, and silences that make you ill. I remember a moment when love felt infinite. It was a golden morning, where every glance was a promise, every word a melody. These moments, so simple and profound, are like rays of sunlight piercing a winter sky. Have you ever felt that thrill, that certainty that you are exactly where you should be? Love gives us those moments where time seems suspended, where the world fades away, to leave only the other and ourselves. Over time, love and the passion of our feelings begin to quiet down. The echoes of those first thrills grow softer, sometimes smothered by routine. Aren't we, in the end, perhaps all broken hearts? Love can be a force that lifts us, but also a shadow that envelops us. We find ourselves through the other, but sometimes we lose ourselves. There are moments when you look in the mirror and no longer recognize the person you used to be. And yet we hold on, clinging to the hope that love will be enough to mend everything. Perhaps love isn't meant to be perfect, but to teach us to accept imperfections, our own and those of others. It's in those silences and doubts that a form of beauty also resides, the beauty of a love that persists despite contrary winds. What if love, beyond its joys and trials, left us above all a legacy, an indelible imprint on our hearts, a life lesson that pushes us to move forward even after the wounds? We may all be broken hearts, but those fractures let the light in. Every love we've experienced, every passion that has shaken us, has taught us something. To love is sometimes to accept loss, to rebuild, to become someone new. Love reminds us that we are alive, imperfect, and magnificent in our vulnerabilities. What we share with another, even if ephemeral, shapes the person we become. And in this process, love outlives us. So, let us love without fear, without restraint. Because in the end, it's not the duration of love that matters, but the intensity with which it has transformed us. Love is like a moment where everything seems aligned, in the right place and the right time, but it is fleeting, leaving great scars within us. Scars that eventually stop hurting too much but never fade and shape us like the experiences of life. And you, dear listener, what does love mean to you? Leave me a message, share your story, because deep down we are all fragments of the same story. Thank you for listening today. May your path be illuminated by the love you give, receive, and the fragment of deep happiness that makes you still smile remembering it. See you soon in a new episode of The Low Voice.